Hi everybody, this is Jewelyn and Abby. Welcome back to our channel and welcome to another edition of Meet My Plants and Planting with Me episode. It is Sunday afternoon, the beginning of December. I am in my swimsuit. We're about to head down to Santa Monica bike path to enjoy the beachy weather. I just finished a very big last practical exam for my Pilates program, so I wanted to go ahead and kind of detox from that and talk about plants. Thumbs up the video and let me know if you guys are enjoying my plant series. Abby's not really excited about it, but we're happy to have you here in our intro. Abby, are you gonna go back and sleep in your bed? I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys my plant for the video, which is my one and only spider plant. It is super huge. You guys see it living in the focal point of my patio space right behind me, and I had this plant in my collection from the beginning of the year. It was very small when I originally bought it on sale for maybe $3 at my favorite nursery in Las Vegas, and since then it has probably doubled its size probably by 8 times, which is crazy to say. It is super rad and fun plant to have, super easy. So I think no matter what zone you live in, you can definitely grow this plant. Very low maintenance plant. I'm gonna show you what else is attached to this plant that is not in the frame right now, but it has tons of babies, like literally, like look at all these babies here. Very easy grower. This is what the baby looks like here. I'll show you one that has roots here. So I thought it'd be fun. Here's a root right here. I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do a combination video of Meet My Plants and Planting with Me video, because I know I did mention it in my plant tour patio collection that I wanted to go ahead and propagate this plant. Very easy. So I thought, you know what? Why not do it the same time as a Meet My Plant episode? I've been wanting to do this for a while. So originally it has been living in this planter which has no drainage hole. You don't want that for a plant, for a house plant at least, because you don't want to have root rot or anything like that. So when I do water this plant in this planter, I do water it sparingly. Tons of babies here, and also I think I can go ahead and split up this plant in general, but I kind of like its fullness, so we'll see how I feel as I go ahead and do clippings off of this plant and show you guys how to propagate a spider plant. Thumbs up the video and let me know if you guys have a spider plant. How long have you had it, and have you propagated it, and how many babies have you had from it, because this is a very giving plant. So I think this was worth the $3 investment, and you can go ahead and use the babies for trades if you have other plant friends, or if you want to give them as gifts. I think during the holiday season I may give some babies away as gifts. I'm gonna go ahead and take this big mother plant out of its planter and show you guys what it looks like here. So it's been living in its original nursery planter for a while now, and it's a very small planter, so you can see here it's been living in this condition for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, first what I'm gonna do is see what the condition is with this plant. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch my point of view. I have everything set up on my Tiffany blue table to do some planting, but first let me put on my apron. Now that I have my apron on, it is now an official plant with me video. So here's part 2 of my spider plant video. I have my potting tray. I have a bunch of little planters here that I just store on my potting bench. My soil, I also have 2 small size planters here just in case I want to go ahead and put the mother plant in here and split them up. These have drainage hole, which is perfect for a house plant. And also another thing that I do have are these type of glass that I will go ahead and show you guys 2 ways to propagate, which you can do with most houseplants. You can either do it straight directly into dirt, or you can go ahead and do them in water. I'm gonna do both for this video so you can see how to plant babies. So I'm set up here. I have my spray bottle to spray them down later. I have my water propagation stations filled up with water, and these are just spice jars that I did thrift in Las Vegas, and they've been with me for a while, and I just love recycling any type of glassware that comes to my house, storing it on my potting bench for types of projects like these. So other things that I do have here is my shovels, both my small and my large one, some pruning scissors, and my potting bench with my soil here, and tons of different size of planters. A lot of them are just recyclables from nursery planters that I just do keep, so when I have projects like these I can go ahead and use them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the mother plant to see the condition of the plant without making a mess here. That's another reason why I love working on my Tiffany blue table, because of projects like this. I can go ahead and spread everything out. So this is what the condition of the plant looks like. What I'm gonna do is, and I should be wearing my potting gloves, but I love feeling what's going on with my plant here. So as you can see, I have been neglecting my spider plant. There's tons of roots here. There it is, lots and lots of roots and no dirt. So this is like, I should have done this a long time ago, but I've been just kind of slacking on it, and I apologize, beautiful spider plant. Today is your day. I'm dedicating this whole video to you. Let's go ahead and slowly try to loosen this up to see if I can go ahead and separate any of them. But personally for me, I love the fullness of this plant, and I could probably even just put it into this planter and just add dirt, and it'll be like cute in there, I think. Or I may just want to put it in my royal blue planter. But let's see if I can go ahead and get any babies off of this without stressing out the plant too much. So much growth here, look at that. So I'm gonna try to work this one off of here and see if I can get this apart without damaging the roots. Look at how crazy this is, so much. Guys, so I got my first part of my mother plant out here, and this was really stuck to everything else going on in here, but I managed to get it out with a bunch of roots. I'm gonna do the water propagation method here just to see how fast the roots grow, and once I get more water roots, then I'll go ahead and transplant it into dirt. But even with the plant in this condition, you can go ahead and prop it right into dirt, but I'm gonna go ahead and experiment, and I'm gonna leave it into here. So this is just a dressing bottle that I had that had dressing in it, and I went ahead and I saved it, and it's been living on my potting bench. So you definitely want to just think outside of the box. I keep every glass thing that comes through my kitchen for water propagation. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it just like this and see how the roots take place in the next few weeks. But I think this is a really easy, fast grower. I'm gonna place this on the side, and this is going to be my first propagation. Moving along to see what else I can get off of this plant. So another thing that you could do is soak this whole thing into water and see what will come apart. I could do that now to see if there's anything that would be able to separate. Let's go ahead and do that. So I have the bowl that I normally use for my air plants when I water them here, filled with water. I'm gonna go ahead and soak this whole plant to see if it'll help me out loosening this plant up. But if it doesn't want to loosen, that's fine. We'll go ahead and keep it like this, and I'll put it into a planter. But I do love the fullness of this plant, so I don't want to take off too much. I may just maybe want to take off one more to get an extra plant off of this mother plant, and then we'll go ahead and do the clippings off of the babies. All right, so we got one more here, and I did have to pull it a little, but I have some roots here, and since this is a very easy growing plant, I'm not very worried about me pulling it from the mother plant. Here's some roots right here, and also there's a lot of babies attached to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a separate planter. All right, so I got a terracotta here. I'm gonna place this big propagation cutting here, and I'm gonna go ahead and place dirt in it. And I may pluck off a baby or two if there's lots of roots. If not, I'm just gonna leave it as this. Definitely a much needed plant with me video. I've been wanting to get this spider plant propagated and in its proper home for a while. I've just been slacking on it. So here it is. So this is my second one here. It's living now in a terracotta, and I'll go ahead and take a look at the babies in a little bit. But for now, here's one more. Moving along to see what else is going on here. I think I do love the fullness of this plant. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 more, but I'm gonna keep it together. But for now, I'm just gonna let it soak in water so that roots can get a little bit of watering here. And I think I'm gonna place this into my royal blue planter. I think it's gonna look better in a royal blue planter than an off-white planter. Let's see. So I think that looks really good. What do you guys think? All right, so let's go ahead and see the condition of this plant while it's getting some water here. So what I do when I look for babies that I want to pluck off from the mother plant is things like this. As you can see, there is a root happening right here. When you see the baby having roots like this, it is very much ready to be plucked off and propagated. I have a huge baby here that is well ready to be planted here, and I just went ahead and I propagated off. So as you can see, tons of roots here, and this is probably my biggest baby that I am taking from the mother plant. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in another terracotta, and we'll do that in a little bit. But for now, I want to see just the potential babies that are still attached to the mother plant that has roots that I would like to go ahead and propagate. Even something like this, there's a little root right here happening. I could go ahead and propagate this one, but I kind of love to see it hanging here. Here's another one right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and pluck this one off. So what I do is I get my pruning scissors here. Plant over so I can work a little bit better here. So what you do is you find the baby that you want to go ahead and cut off from the mother plant, specifically ones that has lots of roots here, and you go ahead and you pluck it right there. And that is how you propagate a baby off of the mother plant. Here you have the baby right off of the mother plant, and what I do just to kind of make things a little bit nicer on this plant is I go ahead and I trim here. I see lots of growth happening here, so I don't want to cut off too much. So definitely just a little trim, because you know there will be more growth happening in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop off right here, because I do see lots of growth happening here in the future. Anybody else? I see some happening here, but I do love the look of a full spider plant, so I don't want to take too much babies off. We'll do another one here. So again, I go ahead, find where I want to go ahead and prune the baby off. So lots of roots here, and we're going to go ahead and clip right there. So for this, I can go ahead and show you guys how to propagate them in water, which is quite simple. I have my little station here set up, and I'm gonna just go ahead and plop them right here, and there you have a water propagated baby. So I'm definitely doing a bunch of different ways of propagation. I love doing both water and dirt propagation. I think it's fun. I love seeing water roots, and you can kind of see the progress of the plant that way. But I also love seeing them in dirt because it's like graduation day for them. So let's see what else I have that I can go ahead and pluck off from the mother plant without hurting anybody. And I think this is like the perfect time for me to do this video. Since that is the beginning of December, I would love to go ahead and give some of my babies away as Christmas gifts to my plant loving friends. Here's another one here. I'm gonna go ahead and clip right here. And I think for this one, I'm gonna put it in a water propagation too. Just like that. So cute. There it is. Adorable. So I definitely don't need a lot of baby clippings because I love seeing them hanging here. Here's another one that is really big. I'll go ahead and stick this in another water propagating station, just like that. And I will definitely be doing updates on all of the babies that I do propagate from dirt and water, and we'll see how quick these root. I think I'm not gonna have any problems here. I'm gonna go ahead and trim off right here. Have another baby here. And for this one, I will go ahead and put it right into dirt. So I have these like biodegradable planters, and I'll go ahead and stick them right into here. And that is how you do a propagation with dirt. Alright, so this is my biggest baby that I have. Take a look at all of its roots here. Let me flip it this way so you can see. so much roots. So this is definitely a perfect example of when you are able to clip the baby. And I think this is so cute. So let's go ahead, and I think it deserves a terracotta pot. Let's fill it up here. So cute. Take a look at it. I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt. These are definitely very hard to place them in the center of the planter and have them stay there without tilting to the side. So you definitely want to put a lot of dirt around it to keep it stable. So cute! Look at that! Adorable! Yay! Okay, let's see what the condition of this plant is. I like the fullness of this plant. I already took 2 cuttings, huge cuttings from the mother plant, so I think that's enough. I'm gonna keep the 4 branch together. So let's go ahead and get some dirt here on the bottom. Well, not making a mess here. Can't wait to bike to Earth Cafe and get some boba. Definitely a boba kind of day. And I deserve it. I passed my last practical exam for my program, which I'm super happy about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hold the plant up like this. Go ahead and fill up the planter with dirt. After I'm done putting this into this planter filled up with dirt, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the rest of the babies attached to this mother plant. If there's any big babies that I wanna go ahead and take clippings off of now. But I like seeing the babies attached to the mother plant, so I don't want to pull off too much. But I think it'd be like a great Christmas present to give to my family and friends that are here in California and Nevada as Christmas presents. I've worked really hard keeping this plant alive, so I think it'd be fun to give as gifts, and especially my friend Tanya, who has been amazing with giving me cuttings. If you have friends like that that do give you cuttings, you'd love to be able to give a cutting back of a different plant as a thank you. So thumbs up the video if you guys love trading plants, if you guys have the opportunity with other plant loving friends. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and let it. I did take 2 off, but it's going to probably grow really quickly. But I think it works well with 4 attached together in this small planter. So now what I'm gonna do is just kind of scope out the scene here. Can you guys see me? I'm gonna go ahead and scope out the scene here and see who else I can pluck off. But for the most part, I do like something like this right here, where there's little roots here. I could go ahead and clip this off and make a cutting, but I'm gonna leave it there till there's more roots. Something long like this, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and clip here. So here's another clipping here. So I think if I see any that is long like this, I'll go ahead and pluck them off. And let's see, what do I have here? I already have 3 in water, so let's go ahead and put another one into dirt. I'm creating such a mess here. Oh my gosh. All right. Just like that. So, what do we have here? Oh, here's another one. Look at this. Super long root here. Perfect to be cut and propagated. I think with a long root like this, I'm gonna wanna put it straight into dirt. We'll keep tabs on the babies over the next few weeks for the rest of December and see how they do. But I would love to go ahead and gift them as little presents here. There it is. So adorable. All right. So something like this, I do see some leaves popping out here. So where I cut off that baby, I'm just gonna trim it right here like that. Just to clean up the plant a little. Here's another one here. Anybody else? Here's one right here. This is a good one. So I will go ahead and pluck this one off. And for this, let's just go ahead and put it in water since I have 2 left here. So we'll throw that in there. Anybody else? There's so much, like look at this. It could go on and on and on. And I could actually, if I really wanted to, cut them all off and propagate them, but I don't want to because I love seeing them cascading off of the mother plant. Now for the last look of this plant, see the condition of this plant here. I don't know, I think I might just leave the rest on for now. I think I've gotten tons of babies from this plant that I don't want to cut any more off. I think the rest can wait a while. I mean, there's a few that looks like this that I could go ahead and cut off, but I think I'm good for now. I did get a handful. So this is the end product of my spider plant. I think it turned out great. I'm gonna go ahead, clean up my space, and do a quick overview of all of the cuttings that I got and give them a quick water. Alright guys, so this is a quick overview of everything that I propagated in today's video. I went ahead and I pulled 2 large pieces off of the mother plant. There was a total of 6. 4 of them is still attached together, which is currently living in this blue planter. I have 1 large propagation in a dressing bottle here that I'm using for water propagation. I wanted to go ahead and experiment with this one, and then I have the other one that I separated that has tons of babies in a terracotta pot here. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the babies attached for now and see how well it does in this living environment. And then my biggest baby that was hanging off of the mother plant is now in a terracotta pot as well. I think this is probably my favorite baby out of everybody that I did cut, just because it has such cute personality and it's like bunched up together. So I'm really happy. Probably this is like my favorite thing off of the whole video. And then I went ahead and I placed 1, 2, 3 babies straight into dirt that I feel like the roots were long enough. So they look like this right here. There's 3 of them here. And then I also have 4 cuttings in water propagation style, and I wanted to go ahead and just play with the cuttings, so we'll see how well they do. I'm kind of interested to see how fast the water roots are going to grow, and then I will go ahead and do another plant with me video planting them into dirt. But I think for now, I think this was a very successful day here in my patio. I've been wanting to go ahead and do this for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly mist everybody here, and I will give them a good watering as well to kind of set them in place. What I do notice about the spider plant is that it does tilt to the side when you do plant them, but I think once you figure out where you're going to place them for its growing season, then you can go ahead and leave it like that and not really fuss with it. But as I'm fussing with it, it is tilting to the side. So I think that was a really successful video. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 babies off of this mother plant. I hope you guys enjoy these type of videos. If you guys do, definitely leave a comment down below, thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. I'm loading up my beach cruiser, and Ebby and I are hitting the Santa Monica bike path. I hope you guys enjoy the beginning of December. And remember, if you guys have plants like this, definitely cut them, propagate them, and share them with your plant-loving friends, and see if you can trade with anybody maybe in your neighborhood. Until next time, I hope I inspired you to buy more plants and sell them in your home. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Aloha! Bye!